Salutations everyone and welcome back to Let's Play The Darkest Dungeon. I'm your host, BrainBoy. Where we had last left off, we had the unfortunate timing of Brother Tanky's stress boosting, in addition to just a naturally bad time in the dungeon. Specifically in the ruins, where we just got diseased at the wazoo. Like, she currently has the runs, making her dodge, like, in the negatives. Brother Tanky has tetanus and the fits. And Dismas had received multiple diseases, only just barely being cured of them. So, we definitely need to treat some stress and do a lot of other miscellaneous things. So first things first, the Dismas. Well, we've been really boosting the church. Let's boost the tavern a little bit more. What did I boost? The brothel. Stress recovery, we can reduce the treatment cost a little bit.
With enough ale, maybe they can be inured against the horrors below.
Yes, Dismissed can't go into the gambling hall. So, to the brothel. Fetch more pillows. Okay. They have resolution. In turn, you will never drink. But I can definitely have you do some prayers. But this means that the bloody keepers of the transept. Caretaker, why must you be a dick? To me in particular. I'm probably gonna just do some cloister. And laughing. It's not the greatest, but it's something. There's nothing outside myself and nothing within. That's a very fatalistic view of life. And Brother Tanky, who has 2 total diseases, we'll see if you can have a chance of curing twin diseases. Yeah. Let's try to cure tetanus due to its much worse effect compared to the fits, which the fits at least gives some benefit. Now, what else do we have? Nice. Have we earned enough where we can actually upgrade the guild? We can reduce the cost of skill training. Excellent. Blacksmith. We can reduce the cost of weapons and armor upgrades by 10%. Everything else requires more deeds, which we're not getting anytime soon. So I guess we will... Actually, Nomad Wagon. What do you have for us? Stun Charm and a Bleed Stone. Once again, nothing useful. Stagecoach, do you finally have what we're looking for? We have 1. Oh, wait, quick question. I need Instructor Mastery level 2. So I'm guessing that's from the guild. No, I have Instructor Mastery level 2. Do I not have weapons and armor? Oh, wait. These are level 1, aren't they? Excuse me. Why can I not purchase this? There's no explanation for that, really. But one thing I should definitely do is boost the barracks size a little bit. And there's actually a way to do this. Let us trade some heirlooms. Ah, there's the problem. No, I need deeds. I need more deeds than this. I can definitely trade portraits. Yes, 4 portraits for 4 deeds, or 6 deeds would be excellent for me. So, no gambling hall. Not for me, thanks. Stagecoach. Here comes...
Word is traveling. Ambition is stirring in distant cities. We can use this.
And welcome, Fromatine. I should have checked to see what your actual skills were. You have a lazy eye and a stress eater. And hard-skinned and tough, though, so you're a real good tank. Fromatine has a ruminator, but quick reflexes and quick draw, so you all basically always go first. And you also have the skills I'm very much familiar with. With the exception of command, you instead have crush, I believe. Or did I specifically get command instead of bolster? I believe that was the case. There's retribution, which gives the counter and otherwise. But Fromatin, you are not Fromatin, you are in fact the resurrected Pudero. And I apologize to the two people who are basically still waiting, well, one person who's waiting for a jester, Wakalicious, and to Zarok Chaos, who's trying to get an occultist / crusader. I'm not giving you Reynolds, he's way too good at this point. You all start at whatever your introductory character is at. I apologize, but that's the way I'm doing things now, to be fair to everyone else. And we have Transient. It's not exactly starting, but I didn't have a man-at-arms to give Pudero back, so Transient, you're good enough to be renamed, but you will not get Board the Keen. Instead, enter the Hellion Fostor. May your kills be many, and may your kills be swift. I'm gonna also shove you up here as well. So I have to construct a new team. Although I think with Munville not being basically near dead anymore. By the way, we can't upgrade that anymore. By the way, Board the Keen. Because you're definitely going out there. We might pull out the original team because we're going to go take on a boss. So, Adrenal Rush to get additional buffs for that. Additional buffs to break through, specifically accuracy. And Barbaric Yelp is not really used. Iron Swan. Oh, hits the back line. Interesting. If it bleeds, or Bleed Out, which is actually probably the best one compared to Barbaric Yelp. Although this does boast like a really high stun chance, it's just so much damage reduction. And a Wicked Hack to boost everything just a little bit further. Now, Munville has already gotten everything. Fluffy Cthulhu. Blinding Gas is actually helpful. Battlefield Medicine of an additional bit of healing is also nice. We're not going to bother with Incision, Emboldening Vapors, or Disorientating Blast. Well, Clears All Corpses is nice, but it shuffles a single enemy around, which could be poor for us. I think we're going to go with the original team of Reynold, Board the Keen, Munville, and Fluffy Cthulhu. Pudero is going to be put at the bottom because I don't want him to take on a boss without having the ability to do so. Meaning, what charms do you have? That'll be given to Board the Keen. No, Board the Keen is the Speed Stone. Foster gives increased max HP, so that's going to go in here. And we have a lot of trinkets to distribute. So, Fluffy Cthulhu, you have a Dodge Stone. You have anything here that's even remotely useful. I can get you another Dodge Stone if I wanted to. More Move Stones, but there's nothing else that's really here. Disappointing. I don't really want you to take stress damage. I really don't. Munville, what do you have? You have nothing. How about we give you, not the Gambler's Charm, but the Solar Crown. Board the Keen, you have the Speed Stone. And we might give you the Gambler's Charm, at least for this mission. And we shall embark. Ooh, purifying the altars. The unholy abominations inhabiting the crumbling house have turned beacons of light into vessels for diabolic worship. Cleanse these altars with consecrated essence and bring back the light. But no, we have bigger things to fry. Or bigger fish to fry, I should say. And a legendary bracer. Plus 20% damage, minus 3 speed, plus 10% stress damage. I mean, that's still pretty good if you're going for a one-hit strategy. Counting the challenge, how am I to improve? Silence. Fine. Revatanki, you're not going out there. We have the original team plus Pudero. And Reynolds, you have 2 Crusader charms, so you don't matter. However, before I forget, we can give you additional dodge in exchange to reducing your current resistances. Although it doesn't seem very helpful. It doesn't. I think we'll just leave you alone. Alright. The necromancer is performing unspeakable rituals in the shattered halls of your ancestral home. It must be stopped. Provision. Oh, this is a medium-sized one, so... naturally, skeleton key, shovel, holy water, 1.5 stacks of torches, 1.5 stacks of food. Actually, slightly more than that. And we shall embark.
Mastery over life and death was chief among my early pursuits. I began in humility, but my ambition was limitless. Who could have divined the prophetic import of something as unremarkable as a twitch in the leg of a dead rat?
Well then.
A devil walks these halls. Only the mad or the desperate go in search of him.
So Poudreau, this is basically going to be your first ever battle. And we managed to get a surprise off, which is excellent for us, because we can attempt to stun these two fools. Now, we're going to Rampart, because I do want to be back if possible. Which allows me to try to wicked hack you, to just have a, just have a good chance of killing you. Excellent. Plague Grenade on Yuzu. Pretty much guarantee that you'll start dying soon. And then maybe a Dazzling Light, if it would hit. So instead we're going to just do a simple Judgment. So you're going to be able to get some stressful incantations off. Of course, naturally I'm the one with the highest stress and lowest stress resistance. Thank you for that. Of course you have bleed on you. It's not awful, but the stress damage does suck. So we'll toss another Plague Grenade here, which will finish both of them off if they fail their blight checks.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
And another Wicked Hack should finish you off.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
And a final Judgment to get a little bit of health back. Finalizes that combat quite efficiently.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
And so we have a Curio here. Of course, Moonville has the problem of we must check out curios every once in a while, but we discover absolutely nothing.
The light, the promise of safety.
Alright, we find the dead and the cultists once more. The Blight Grenade will go out, and we'll start trying to stack as much Blight as we can. Rampart would be nice, just so we can try to push them back, but unfortunately it does not work. Now, would a breakthrough be useful? Actually, no, Barbaric Yelp would be better. Excellent. The two actual damage dealers have been stunned. And of course, Poudreau is just going to be hit by, like, negative effect after negative effect, so not much else I can do about that, except guarantee your
surges as the enemy crumbles.
I don't see any stress recovery. Confidence is supposed to be surging. Why is it not? Yeah, you get a stressful incantation on Moonville. At least it's on someone who's useless. Noxious Blast will probably cut him down a little bit. And on a crit. If only that did more damage. Blight-wise, of course. But good work, Fluffy Cthulhu. Actually, I think we have only one truly unnamed party. And you're going to die by Blight, so we might as well start working on the Bone Defender. And break
Their
through.
formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I mean, her damage is now pathetic, but it's not going to last forever. Kill this man if possible. Or fail miserably. That's not my issue, that's entirely on your head. And of course you get a rend for the old gods, because why not? You're going to die, so you might as well do a Noxious Blast on you. And let's do a party heal. Excellent! It almost as if it undoes most of the damage.
Press this advantage.
Poudreau,
Give them
finally.
no quarter.
Everything runs red, but an adrenal rush prevents that from happening.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
An unlocked strongbox. It's trapped. Thank you for that. Like, thank you. So what's the next location? Also, why do we have so much scouting? I'm honestly curious. Coves for curious. Ruins. Stress damage reduction. In the ruins. Now, like, is someone here just a really, really good scout? I mean, Ruins Explorer. Combined with a, like, what is your natural exploration chance? I am not seeing this. Is there a way I could see this? Yeah, we'll put you in white. Why not? Anyway, we do kind of need to shift you two around. You're much better in the back. And forward march. Now, who has the highest trap reduction, or disarm? Fluffy Cthulhu. Do your duty. Anti-venom now. Wait, let's collect ourselves. My skin burns. Empty room upon empty room.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
I mean, I do want to continue moving. Here, take a look at the bookshelf. Excellent. So, for what we know, our boss is, of course, naturally at the very, very bloody end. Decorative urn. Urn holds the ashes of the departed. There is nothing inside but ashes. There should be another trap, which is your forte. Unfortunately, you
Carelessness
failed.
will find no clemency in this place.
It almost sounds as if he's being a little... what's the term for it? Snide? No, mocking. Mocking is the correct term, BrainBoy. He's actively attempting to mock you. And we get our turns to go off. So, no, blinding gas for you. Stay the bone obelisk, please. I don't really like what he does. Yeah, we'll send the bone rabble to the back. Stunning the majority of them. And we just go with a simple
Struck.
breakthrough. Followed up by judgment. Really, there wasn't a lot of benefit to that. We're just doing as much damage as we physically can. Although I think Pudero really needs to get his, stress checked. No, bayonets. My mortal enemy. Oh, yes, you literally can't do anything here. Except, like, Noxious Blast, which slowly kills you. Like, another bout of breakthrough
As
from the
the
Hellion
fiend falls,
guarantees you'll
faint
die.
hope blossoms.
Let's see here. I mean, this kills you no matter what, so we'll just bolster. And Divine Grace. Why not? I don't think it'll do enough damage. It gets its action. It hits Board the Key and deals more damage than would have gained. Although I think here we'll just do a bunch of healing spells. Try to pass as many turns as we can. Excellent. We're slowly recovering. And we put you up to a decent amount of hit
A
points.
death by inches.
Not really by inches, it was more pre-planned than anything else. Pre-planned and measured. Extensively. I will salvage an unburned torch. Why not?
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Room battle with a curio. What do you have? A knight. And a bunch of webbers and spitters. Breakthrough. Of course, that doesn't do enough damage. Don't you have like a negative... No, you don't. I don't have a ton of like... Oh, this can actually do a little damage. Shout at them. Shout at them to die. Excellent. You blight, don't you? Fix that. Oh, come on. I'll just leave this to be healed or dealt with by the rest of the party. Can you just bellow to kill them? No, honestly, it'd be better to stun you. And then let's start dealing damage. Or attempting to, at least. Good work. Your action should go off now. No, we'll get an adrenal rush. At least fixes the damage. But this should finalize it. Excellent. So hopefully Munville gets at least a chance to go off. And you crit again. Why am I not surprised?
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Amidst the ruins. Would a skeleton key do anything? No, of course not. And protects the hero with a nightly aura. I guess holy water, I suppose. This is until the next camp, and you have additional dodge and protection, which is good for
Even the
us.
cold stone seems bent on preventing passage. Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
A little bit of healing across the board is always helpful, especially as it clears out some of our inventory. And nothing once again. Ah! So the trap does appear. I just didn't notice.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
What is within the urn? Okay. Stashed heirlooms.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
I mean, we don't really need supplies. I did bring more than enough. And nothing once more.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
And we got a
require
surprise
only
round.
the strength to follow
Unfortunately for them, that's basically all we needed. So, play grenade. Or, yes, we'll go play grenade. As you are, in fact, the lowest health amongst the bunch. A breakthrough. And it only had a little bit more, like, chances for random damage, but a bellow should come close. And then, judgment. To finalize you. Let's finalize your demise. Now, Pooter is going to get hit. Were it not for his glorious 15 dodge. I mean, jeez.
Begone, fiend.
Ah, Chlora indeed.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Give credit where credit is due. We're apparently the crit squad today.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
I mean, we're critting often today, but that only means that either the boss fight's going to completely destroy us, or, on the opposing hand, we might just end up being destroyed completely and utterly. And by that, I mean, next mission, whoever we send is just going to be covered in diseases and blight, unless we can stun them at least. Excellent. Bello won't do much of anything, so let's see if we can kill you off at least. Close enough. You can get a judgment. Leaving only the cultist brawler to take an action this turn. And a dodge. So a breakthrough won't kill them off, but it'll definitely move them closer, and I think the Bone Courtier can now only do a stab because of it. And Bort the King doesn't care if he'll dodge anyway. Yeah, stressful incantations are always happening. But thankfully those don't matter. Now, we can't stun you again, so we'll just start plague grenading and getting ready to finish one of them off. And Kuduro, you disappoint me, because this means I have to waste this turn doing this.
A decisive pummeling.
You shall suffer as you have. When did you suffer? Probably on an earlier episode, but I really don't remember what always happens on those. Bone Courtier, no. Really now? You're that fast. Well, I guess if you became nobility, you have to have some skill, don't you not?
Destroyed.
That could also happen. And this blight should finalize your death. So I guess we'll go with a divine grace. Bringing her back up to at least a decent level of health. You can shout at him. No, we'll actually finish her off. There's no reason to dilly-dally any longer.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Secret rooms. A critical scouting success will sometimes reveal a secret room. Advance to the tile marked with a star and press W to enter. Fabulous wealth and riches await those equipped with a key. Do not tell. Okay, good, I have multiple. Good. Excellent. That was not intended, but okay. Excellent. Keep the torch lit. See what the bookshelves contain. And what have you gained? Scattering. To ranged damage skills. Well, you don't exactly have any ranged damage skills aside from your shout, so I guess that's not a humongous issue. I mean, just die. I'm not in the mood to deal with you today, and I'll use my first couple of turns to do my best to kill you all. How much damage does that do? Not enough to kill, but definitely enough to injure. And board the key and breakthrough. And that guarantees your demise, but they'll still get an action. Unfortunate. Nothing I can really do about that, though. Well then. You both missed. Moonville will see to it that those failures on your part are definitely costly.
Masterfully executed.
And also a glorious execution. And those two should finalize them.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
We don't need anti-venom. So into this area we go, and from my scouting, we see that there is an obstacle here, a trap, and a new room battle that occurs here. So I think it's in my best interest if I spend this current time using the firewood.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
So, what do you have for skills? Instruction to give dodge and speed to a combat, or maintaining equipment to give extra damage and protection. You have Sanctuary, which we're going to definitely do this. And we could pray, but... Oh, interesting. Pray is actually somewhat useful. There's no diseases upon anyone. Revel. Reduces stress by that much, and stress damage by 4/4 combats. But all companions also receive the same. I can't really afford that, unfortunately. Battle Trance. Let's not do that, because that's too painful, considering we have Putero in Station 1. So I guess we'll do some equipment maintenance. And not a prayer, but... who was doing that buff again? Oh, that was the maintaining equipment. Sure, we'll grant this one to Bordekin. Skill always triumphs, raw strength. Strike like so, and we shall rest. There's nothing to fear, we are healthy and mentally sated. No chance of foraging for more timber now. Let's press on.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
To the secret room. I didn't pay attention to the trap. I had immediately forgotten about it. I feel absolutely glad. Ancient artifact. A chest untouched for centuries. There's a locked compartment on the side of it. This compartment contains great treasures. Increased heal skills, but a lot of stress damage. Puzzling a trapezohedron. Oh, I have to take them individually. I mean, it doesn't exactly purge evil. But there is a very good use for something like this. So I guess we will drop the holy water. Kind of a sad omen if you think about it. And back over to this room battle. Sentimental gifts are hidden
A
inside.
handsome reward for a task well performed.
Yes, you say that. Is there anything I can really ditch? What do we currently have? One more obstacle that can be cleared via a shovel. And there are no more curios that I can see that probably require a key, so we'll take this over the key. Always have problems with inventory management. Torchlight once again. I'm just taking this room battle just to kill things. Breakthrough. Definitely puts you close enough to death for me not to care. And something goblet on Fluffy Cthulhu, not a humongous issue. Plague Grenade should definitely start taking care of them. Slowly. Bellow. They dodged for the most part, but the one that didn't was the one that mattered. And a judgment upon you. Bringing you close enough to death where I don't have to care about you anymore. You, unfortunately, I must. But Vortikeen should take care of you two, as long as she goes early enough. Excellent. Sure, we'll crush your body. Break yourself upon the dead body. You have 0 stress, so... Here, Divine Comfort. Everyone get healed for 3. Graveyard Slash. Oh no, you hit me for 4, even though I'm just fully healed. Adrenal Rush, considering it goes last in most instances. Divine Grace. And then the next person to show up will just kill. It was actually pretty good for Pudoro, because that reduces stress.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Okay, that gold's actually not that helpful compared to literally everything else. So let us do a 180 and leave. And unfortunately, there is a room battle waiting for us. 2 rounds of combat, 1 round of combat. Eat something. You're not you when you're hungry. Ooh, excellent. Use. Oh wait, never mind. It's the other buff. Plague. And will Breakthrough ever actually kill them? Not as it currently is. So Adrenal Rush. Let's get yourself prepared and psyched. And a Bellow should be nice. No more dodging for you. And Judgment, you're more likely to die. But we'll go with the one less likely to kill that one off. And get that other one pushed forward. That's always nice when they don't get actions. Oh, thank you for hitting Fluffy Cthulhu with that one. Oh no, Bump in the Night. You missed. Unfortunate for you.
Another one falls.
Another mindless minion falls. Wayne says another one falls. Excuse me. Not sure if that's a blooper or if that's an honest mistake.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
This is actually annoying. We'll take that instead of the emerald, because more crests can always be helpful. While still upgrading the hall, at least. Move to this room. Let's see if we can actually get to the boss fight at some point in time. Or do I actually feel the need to explore literally every single corner? And we're not going to boost the torchlight until just the very end.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
I don't consider it a fortune if I don't have, like, a decent amount of gold. So what awaits us? a combat, and moving towards the final battle. And the crate is empty once more. And what awaits us is some maggots with grave nibble, meaning kill them instantly. Kill them instantly, or we're going to have massive issues. And a noxious blast should finish you off. Let's bolster. It's not for one round, it's for multiple, which is nice. And one more divine comfort just to do a one final full heal.
This expedition at least promises success.
Well, we'll see what happens when we reach the boss. Full torchlight, let's see. Necromancer's apprentice.
Fierce, terrible, nightmare-made material.
105. Eldritch Unholy. You, sir, are a monster amongst men. Let's see what we can do about you. It's time to start blighting and putting as much damage over time as we can. Rampart has a stun that's 100% base, but you have very high stun resistance. We'll attempt it at least. Every bit of stunning that we can shove on top of you is only useful for me. I can hear the screams of my brothers. Oh, do you now? Now, what's the stun base chance on this? I'm just assuming we can auto-kill this as a free action. Word the King can now start just dealing damage left and right. And we'll see if we can keep stacking the blight chance on you. The flesh is willing. Raising blisters with a touch. Disgusting. No, you can't really do much against this.
Executed with impunity.
So let's just start having fun. I haven't been able to stun you successfully, so we'll just start clearing the mobs. And this should refresh the actions once more. We could hack. Definitely does enough to push you forward by one, which puts you in range of our resident plague doctor, who's been having fun poisoning you to death. You finally resisted. Unfortunate for you. I mean, it's not that bad. How much damage do you do? Maximum crit, so I guess
Precision and power.
I mean, I apparently called a crit without even realizing it. So I guess we'll just try to DPS down the boss at this point. We're close enough where we should be able to pull that off. Barring insane speed on the boss's part. And another stack of blight going off. But it doesn't actually give you increased damage. Or is it counting individual stacks of blight? Its evil nature defies my tactics. Your tactics consist of primarily shouting at an opponent and hoping it dies. The Board King clearly doesn't care. Oh, you actually need an action first. Okay, let me show you why that's a bad idea. Take a plague grenade. Which won't kill you. But we're definitely going to try to get close. What a bellow. No, a bellow does not put you in range. But a judgment does. Excellent. The boss should die soon. Alright, let's just ensure that we don't lose our Hellion to an unlucky crit.
Another abomination. Cleansed
Although
from
crit on our
lands.
palms is always useful. And with that... Okay, fair enough. We have another chance. Divine Comfort. And you're still not dead. Adrenal Rush, then. And what stress damage are you
With
talking
no
about?
living sinew to actuate them. Will these walking bones finally fail?
Interesting. Eldritch killing incense. That's a really good upgrade. I mean, it's only against Eldritch, but still, an evasion incense. I guess we'll return to our hamlet with a tale of our success. Expertly executed. Now, what is our treasure? That was definitely worth a pretty penny, I can say that much. As for the heirlooms, heirlooms and nothing but heirlooms. My downside is we don't have access to any portraits. Now we've gained a few traits. Let's see what we can laugh at. Fluffy Cthulhu, you first, since you've reached the next level. Fear of the Eldritch. A precise striker, replacing Beast Hater. Plus 3% crit melee skills. Useless. Fear of the Eldritch. Increased stress damage against the Eldritch and less accuracy. Borth the Keen. Fear of the Unholy. And Obsessed with Cleanliness, Blutomania, and Cove Tactician, giving increased damage in the Cove. So Pudoro, you might be heading there next. Now what else here?
I was lord of this place before the crows and rats made it their domain.
Excellent! Bravo Tanky, you're cured. Now if only you weren't, like, hopelessly insane. And a few people have leveled up. And we've also reduced the stress, but I think at this point we could say that this has been another episode of The Darkest Dungeon. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment, or subscribe, for it helps out a great deal. And if you wish to get yourself in on this campaign, feel free to give me a name, and when a character comes up that I feel is appropriate to you, I'll grant it to you. If not that, then just request a specific character and I'll try and find it for you. Anyway, have a nice day, everyone, and farewell.